your story. Have you shared it? If you're like me, maybe you haven't been so great at that. And if you're into family history, don't you love to find your ancestor stories? But what about yours? Our stories can get lost, and maybe we're not always so great about recording them, but doing it can be an enormously overwhelming task. And so I've had some people reach out to me and say, do I have any recommendations, and can I tell them a little bit about some of the things that are out there to maybe help you record your story and make it not quite so overwhelming? So I'm going to share 5 different options with you. Now, one of them I have used a little bit, but the others I haven't. So they're not really testimonials. It's just kind of an informative, this is what's out there. If you have used any of these resources, please put it in the comments so that you can share your experiences with others, because I'm sure that they would like to know. And the best part about this is I've talked to all of them, and I've gotten you all discounts on any one of these platforms. So there's a couple of them that are affiliate links, so I might get a little bit, but you're going to get a better discount. And so if you use any one of these 5 platforms, please use that coupon code and save yourself some money. All right, let's dive in. I'm kind of grouping them in different groups that are kind of similar to one another. All right. So the first 2 are well-known companies. They've been around for a while. They're not going anywhere. And they both have a book platform where they ask you questions, you submit the answers, and then they give you a book. Let's talk first about Storied. Now, Storied is the one that I have actually used a little bit. I haven't created my book yet, but I have worked on creating some stories. And I'm going to kind of take you through the process so that you can see. The thing that I like about Storied is that they use AI to help you write your stories. And I don't know about you, but I need all the help I can get. So if I want to start the process, I can even use a book template. So I can choose a memorial, a life story, a recipe, or I can start one from scratch. And I can go through that process, and I can then select the book that I want to do. I can change my colors, I can add in a photograph, and I can make a book that looks pretty good. So they'll give me prompts, and I can choose a prompt, like what was my first car? And I can start writing about it. I can either write the whole thing all by myself, or I can use Storied Assist. This is going to be about my first car. And I put a couple of facts in there about what happened when I first got this car. Dad taught me to change the tire. It was really a fun car to drive, and it was cheap. Well, let's see what it comes up with. So now I have this relatively verbose story, more than I was expecting, quite frankly. But it gave me a place to start with. So now I'm going to take this information and I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to shorten it, and I'm going to reflect more of my story. But honestly, it was much better than if I had started from scratch, because this is just not my talent. I am not very creatively gifted, and I'm not a terrific writer. Voila, and now I have a story done. I can attach people to the story, I can attach categories, and I can make it public or private. If I make it public, anybody with the link can view it. Now let's talk for a minute about links. So when you print your storybook, it will have a QR code on every page. And if somebody scans that QR code, they don't need to be a member of Storied or anything like that. They can view the page with additional photographs or maybe other media, such as sound clips. Like if somebody is learning how to play the piano or violin, you can record that and actually attach it to the story, or you can attach somebody's voice. Any kind of audio file like that you can attach. Kind of cool. Now, Storied does have a 200-page limit on that printed book, and for $79.99, you will get a year access to this platform where you can write your stories, you can get prompted with the questions and things like that, and then you can create your book, you can move around the pages, and you can make some changes to the book, and that includes one free book. You can purchase additional books at an additional cost, and that is true of any of these platforms that I'm talking about. Now, the coupon code for you today, if you use the code Aimee, spelled my way, AIMEE, or AMY with 20 after it, Aimee20, then you will get 20% off that cost. All right, now the next option is MyHeritage. This is a new product MyHeritage released at Roots Tech. They call it MyStories, MyHeritage MyStories. And it's very similar, although they don't have the AI component. They, every week, will send you an email with questions that then you reply to the email. Or if you prefer, you can go to their website and answer on the dashboard. They say you can add as many photos as you like, and they too have the year subscription to the platform, and then they give you one free book where you can purchase additional. Now, their page limit is 800 pages, but that's a pretty darn big book, and I don't know that anybody's going to read that much. But the one thing that I really do like about MyHeritage is that they tell you that you can download a digital copy of the book, which I like. Now, their pricing is $99.99 for the same situation, for the prompts all year, and for writing a book. Now, if you use the coupon code Aimee, spelled my way, AIMEE 10, they'll give you $10 off. Now, the next one is a smaller company. It has started up fairly recently. He did appear on Shark Tank and got some backing from Shark Tank. One of the things that I really like about it is that you don't need any typing ability, which for some older people, that can be an issue. It can be all done via the phone. So they too will send you a weekly prompt, and then you just verbally reply to it. And then they translate that through AI into a book. They also have the QR codes. And so that too will allow you to hear the voice recording that they took when they got the answer to that weekly prompt. I too like that they will allow you to download all of those recordings so that if you're worried about them someday going out of business, you can at least pull all those recordings down. And it does include a book with a 200-page limit. Their cost is also $99, and they too are offering you a discount with the code Aimee, AIMEE 10, which will give you $10 off as well. Now, what if you want a different kind of product? You don't maybe just want a book, maybe you want something a little bit more personal. Well, there's two companies that will actually interview you. Now, in some instances, they'll come into your home and interview you. It depends on which one you pick, or they can do it remotely. But the thing that I like about these is they're experienced interviewers, so they're good at getting the information out of your family member or out of you. Now, the first one is Hearing Our Heritage, and it's more of a podcast style episode, although she does have an option to also include a video recording of the session. Katie records either in Connecticut, Idaho, or Utah, but she can send a package to anywhere and do it remotely. Now, she has various pricing packages. An hour-long episode includes 2 90-minute interviews, and then it's edited with music and narration. And that's $995. If you do the video, it's $1,195. Now, if you want just a 30-minute episode, that includes 1 90-minute interview with music and narration for $595, with a video of $795. Or if you wanted just an unedited 90-minute interview, it's $195 for audio or $395 for video. Now, she's using the coupon code HERITAGE, HERITAGE, for $50 off. And then finally, Your Life Legacy is another documentary style company. They will come to your home and interview you anywhere, no matter where you live. Now, their pricing varies tremendously based probably on where you live and how long you want it to be. They also do parties where they have a big release of their video content that they create. So their pricing varies a lot. But it's another company that has been recommended to me by numerous people. And I think it was another really interesting way for somebody to capture the story of your life. Or maybe somebody else in your family, if you want to do this as a Father's Day gift or something like that. Now, their pricing begins at $250. But with the coupon code Aimee10, AIMEE 10, they'll give you 10% off, whatever that total is. So I hope this is helpful for you. I hope this has given you the opportunity to see that there are some assists out there to help you tell your story or to help you get the story of another family member if that's what you're wanting. Recording our stories is important. If you're a genealogist, you know how wonderful it is to find a diary or a recording of somebody in your family tree. Imagine how your children and grandchildren and maybe great-grandchildren will feel when they learn more about you. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would love to have you check out my other videos and learn other content that will help you build your family tree and find out more about your family history. Have a great day.